to this episode of Politics with your Short Plug live stream. We have a lot to dissect. We will be breaking down a lot of things. So if you are watching me right now, make sure you watch this video to the end because we will be dissecting a lot of issues of politics and happenings in the polity, particularly as regards Nigeria's democracy, as regards the issue in River State and the suspension of a declaration of a state of emergency by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It promised to be an interesting time. Those of you that have joined my live stream before, definitely you know what to expect. You know how we roll. And in a short while, I'll be giving you the outline of what to expect. But trust me, it's going to be as interesting as never before. Every time that I come live, definitely you must know that there's something to learn, there's something to gain, all for free. What I just need from you is to sit back, relax, let me break down as your favorite political scientist, your sure plug, your dependable plug. Let me break down the issues of River State for you. Let me connect it to the center. Let me connect it back to Nigeria's democracy and autocracy. Let me connect it to 2027. Let me connect it to a whole lot for you, all for free, no charges. On this episode of Politics with your short plug, live stream to be precise, a lot is going to happen. And I'm going to be opening the phone line as well, particularly for my Rivers people. If you are not from River State, you are free to call in to hear your views. But the truth is that if you are from River State, stand up for your state, be counted. So I will be opening the phone lines for people in River State to join the live stream. So it's promised to be a very interesting time. Now, I expect to spend as a minimum time as possible. So let me tell you what to expect tonight. You know that anytime I come live, I don't waste time. What are we to expect tonight? You see, the suspension of emergency rule in River State, I will be wrapping it around the dynamics of conflict management. What is conflict management? What is the dynamics of conflict management? What are the what questions? What are the how questions as regards the decision of Bola Ahmed Tinubu either to impose the state of emergency or to suspend the emergency rule? What are the dynamics that is shaping all these things? Then we will look at the power sharing in River State. I won't call it power struggle at the moment. We'll look at the power sharing between Fubara and Wike. If you are a Nigerian and you are from a state in Nigeria and you have a governor in your state, or you are a Nigerian and you bear the citizen or you carry the passport of Nigeria, this is one video that you should not miss for any reason whatsoever. Then I would be talking about the military intervention in politics, how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself may eventually suffer a military coup. Why? Why do I say this? You will get to know in the course of this video how Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself can be a victim of military coup by his own doing. I will get to that on this episode. Then I will be talking about the relationship between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nyesom Wike. If you are watching me, do well to like this video. Press the love button. Chime Amadi is saying, I see you. God bless you. And Mushiman83, is saying, my main man. God bless all of you. Great to have you. Do well to be counted. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Let me know where my viewers are watching me from on a glorious day like this, whereby the state of emergency has been called off in River State. Let me know where you are watching me from. Do well to like this video. Do well to share it. Let people also enjoy along with us. Then I will be talking about the consequence of setting bad precedents. I will be talking about that as well. Ekene Unekwe is saying, God bless you, Ekene. Great to have all of you. So the consequence of setting bad precedents, definitely I will be speaking about that. Then I will be going as far as the Obasanjo era to connect it down to the Tinubu era. Oh, watching from Kano. Where in Kano? I did my NYC many years ago in Kano State. Then there was no Boko Haram, there was no banditry, there was no murderous herdsmen. Nigeria was relatively peaceful at the time, and I had a good time in Sabongeri, Kano State. I served in Gwale local government, Galadenchi compound to be precise. I hope that you know that local government. So where are you watching me from in Kano? Which local government? Is it Fege? Is it Dala? Is it Taraoni? In terms of the northern state, my favorite state is Kano State because I did my NYC there many years ago. Sabon Gerio, great to have you, Ekene Unekwe. I hope that the Isba police are not dealing with you, because as I look you so Ekene, you will like beer small. confess, Ekene, you go like beer. So I hope the Isba police in Kano are not giving you a tough time. Igodalu Alfred says, you are watching me from Benin City, Reverend Amber Alfred Igod. Oh, we have a Reverend Father in our midst, so that means that today is going to be a very great and interesting day for us to have a Reverend Father. So that means that as I am flowing in the political realm, you will be flowing in the spiritual realm and be coordinating things spiritually, making sure that everything goes fine as possible. We have a Mushiman 83 watching me from Dublin, Ireland. If you are watching me, let me know where you are watching me from. Do well to like this video. Press the like button. It's free to like the video. Press the love icon as well so that it can get to reach other people. Tonight is good. I can tell you that except there's another breaking news of importance that I need to come live, I can tell you that today will be one of the best day of the week in terms of anything that you've watched on YouTube. That is, if you can give me a bit of your time. Charles Piatti is watching me from Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Charles Piatti, please get a pen and paper, get your spare phone. I want to call out the WhatsApp number that you can call in. I want to hear from somebody like Charles Piatti that is watching me from River State, Port Harcourt to be precise at the moment. Come and tell us the mood in River State, what is going on in River State at the moment. Come and tell us the impact of the state of emergency rule. What do you think about Ibok Ete Ibas? And what do you think about the restatement of Fubara and the power equation dynamics in River State, particularly between the erstwhile River State Governor Nyesom Wike and his political godson Siminalayi Fubara? So get your spare phone ready, each and every one of you. Get your pen and paper ready. I will be calling the phone line. Definitely you can reach me via WhatsApp and you will be live. Everybody will be hearing you. Do want to like this video, share, subscribe if you are yet to. Then I will be talking about Rivers people. What should they expect in terms of development? What is the developmental consequence of the emergency rule declaration and the suspension of it? Then I would be talking, which is the icing on the cake, and it's going to be very odd, the Judiciary and 2027 will be using the case of River State, the case in court, and how the judiciary has conducted himself. We'll be using it to dissect what to expect in 2027. I've given you the outline. Trust me, we'll be doing all this and more on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. What am I? I am a political scientist, and that is why I call myself your Joshua Plug as regards politics and happenings in the politics. Shegun Adenuga, my dear brother, I see you. Ola Adeniro is also saying hi. Shegun is saying Tinubu is very skillful when it comes to conflict management. He, as well as his team, does the engagement effortlessly. Well, you will know my position in the next minutes. Now, let me try and call the phone line so that somebody like Charles Piatti from Port Harcourt can give us what is the mood in the River State capital at the moment. I'm trying to bring out the phone line. So, Charles Piatti, if you have your spare phone ready, of course you can reach me on +55. Some of you already have the number anyway. WhatsApp only +55 13 99 666 6361 +55 13 99 666 6361. Invite your friends, invite your enemies, invite your loved ones. Definitely let us enjoy ourselves together. +55 13 99 666 6361. Charles Piatti, hopefully I get to hear from you. +55 13 99 666 6361. Again, +55 1399 666 6361. If you miss the number, do what to request for it again in the comment section. Now, let us go into it because we have quite a number of things to cover. Now, the declaration of emergency rule in River State started as a result of the attitude of what I can call two spoiled children, because I have asserted as a political scientist that Nigerian politicians, they have been behaving like spoiled children. Who is a spoiled children? How does this fit into the Nigerian political equation at the moment? Spoiled children is the child that have everything at his disposal, or his parent is trying, or their effort being made to make sure that he has a comfortable life, but despite all the effort, despite everything at his disposal, the child decide to be unruly, the child decide to be stupid, the child decide to be of bad character just for reason best known to him, or just because he believes that he have the monopoly of bad character. From River State, State, down to Lagos State, to Kano State, to Akwa Ibom State, to Zamfara State, to Kebbi State, all around Nigeria. If you look at the political terrain, you will see that there is a pattern among Nigerian politicians, which is that of the pattern of sports children. Nigerian politicians were clamoring for the democracy. Some of them called themselves the Democrats. Some of them advocated for the democracy. Some of them were locked up. Some of them were in prison. Democracy came back in 1999, and because of the premium that we place on politics in Nigeria, whereby if you are in power, you will get to enjoy a lot of goodies will come your way. You will have power, you will have fame, you will have influence. You are like a mini god in your own right. Definitely that power got into the sense of Nigerian politicians, and they started behaving like sport children, in the sense that the power that they have yearned for, the power that they have asked, the power that they have been thirsty for, now the power is here, democracy is here to stay, but they themselves that are yearning for the democracy are now the ones that are doing things that may eventually truncate that democracy itself. Somebody is trying to, I think, reach me. Sorry, apologies. Somebody is saying that to me. I don't know. I don't want to mute this something. If you want to call in, particularly if you're from Rivers State, you can just dial in. Okay. So Nigerian politicians, they are behaving like sport children, in the sense that the democracy is here, the power is here. Nigeria's democracy is very lucrative. You can steal, you can kill, you can destroy without consequence. Okay, enjoy your stealing, enjoy your looting, turn by turn Nigeria Limited. But then apart from that, they have decided to behave like sport children. To conduct party primary is edict. To go for election, it is war. Post-election, there would be post-election violence. Every election has been ending in court, whether the one that has violence, whether the one that doesn't have violence. And at the end of the day, they will go all out to decimate their opponent. You can see what is happening in Nigeria at the moment, whereby if you are a member of the ADC or you are of the ADC, you cannot campaign. Talks will invade that your campaign. It has happened in about 4 or 5 different states, right? You are a product of democracy. Why are you not allowing people just to meet peacefully? And some of these things are done right in the presence of the members of the Nigerian police force. That's why I said that Nigerian politicians behave like sports children, and at the end of the day, they would lose this democracy if they are not careful. Surplus Link is saying, great to have you. So as I was saying, back to Rivers State, there is a governor at one point in time, Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is one of the governors in Rivers State that you cannot dare to, you cannot try to undermine his powers. For Nyesom Wike, there's nothing you can do to undermine his power. If you dare try it to undermine his power, you are going down. Nyesom Wike will come for you. He will come for your family. He will come for your children. He will come for your great-grandchildren. He will come for your ancestors. He will make sure that he uses the power and apparatchik of the state at his disposal to deal with you. Not only you, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your business, and anything that represents you or that you represent or associate with. Now, because power is transcendent, and in the Nigerian politics, definitely you have to spend 2 terms, particularly in the Nigerian constitution. Let me give you free knowledge. Do you know that if the Nigerian constitution is changed today, if Buhari is not there, he can come back to contest? Do you know that if Nigerian constitution is changed today, Obasanjo can come back to contest as president? I'm just giving you that free knowledge. I'm just giving you the free tip, because Obasanjo contested under the 1999 constitution that restrained him to contesting under 2 terms. If there is a 2026 constitution in Nigeria now, that 2026 constitution makes Obasanjo qualified to contest, except if that constitution says that if you have occupied the office before on 2 terms, regardless of the constitution that was operated at that point in time, you can no longer contest. But if that is not stated, Obasanjo can come back to be the president of Nigeria. And that's why I pity some of you. If the Nigerian constitution is changed, Tinubu can change the constitution, and when that constitution is changed, then in 2031, if he installs himself in 2027, then they will go to court. Then the court will now tell you that, well, this is a new constitution, and the constitution that limited him was the 1999 constitution. That's why I've always told you, please, in the name of God, be interested in politics, be interested in happenings in the politics, be interested in the dynamics that shape politics. But that is just an icing on the cake. I like to give you from some free jara, but that's a deep analysis for another day. So Nyesom Wike used his time and he unilaterally installed his boy Siminalayi Fubara. Now, I've been to River State before, I've been to Port Harcourt, I've been to Ogoni, I've conducted a scientific research. Some of you that have like a master's degree or a PhD, you understand what I'm saying. I've done scientific research in River State before. So Nyesom Wike was able to coerce everybody, coerce who is who, and install Siminalayi Fubara. So Siminalayi Fubara is the product of Nyesom Wike, but there is a problem. Siminalayi Fubara accepted the role to be the governor, but then he didn't want to bear the consequence. You cannot roll with somebody, you cannot get power from somebody and you have served with that person. Definitely you know the character of that person. Some of the things that Nigerians are just knowing about Nyesom Wike is what Siminalayi Fubara had known about Nyesom Wike for so many years. So Siminalayi Fubara himself should not be pitied. That is just the summary of what I'm saying, that Siminalayi Fubara himself does not deserve any pity. So long as you don't like Nyesom Wike, don't glorify Siminalayi Fubara. In all honesty, don't have pity on him, because when the election in River State was allegedly won by the candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, and they wrote figures, they truncated the mandate of the presidential election in River State, it was Wike and Fubara that was collaborating at that point in time. They were together, they worked together to rob Peter Obi of his mandate in River State. They work together to rig the election. They work together to mutilate the result in River State. They work together in River State when Nyesom Wike was the governor. They enjoy the goodies of the state. They both live large. They both behave like brother to brother, father to father. They enjoyed themselves. They perpetrated a lot of atrocity. You remember what happened to Tony Cole, the candidate of the APC in the governorship election. They did him strong thing. When the court give him access to go and investigate the election material, Talks stopped him on the road. They kind of like harassed his supporters. They molested him. At that point in time, Fubara and Wike were together. At that point in time, the train of conflict is yet to pass between them. So in anything you do, you may not like Wike, it's okay, it's fine, but never pity Siminalayi Fubara. They are birds of the same feather. Fubara graduated from the Wike School of Political Wickedness. Fubara graduated from the Wike School of Political should I say illegality. Fubara graduated from the Wike School of Oppressiveness and Obsession. So long as you don't like Nyesom Wike, is fine. But never pity Siminalayi Fubara, because he knows Nyesom Wike before he decide to collect power from him as governor. You have known somebody that this is his character. He now decided, oh, come and be governor. You know that this person said, come and be governor, so that you can protect his interests, so that you can serve him, so that he can be another Bola Ahmed Tinubu in River State. You accepted to be governor. Everything was going fine, but then when you now got the power, you now want to play smart, not knowing that Wike is a wicked guy, and God now favors Wike. He now has somebody as a role model as president, somebody that wants 2027 by fire by force, and that person is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu now decide to side with Nyesom Wike. So in all you do, never pity Siminalayi Fubara. I am against emergency rule in River State. I am against autocracy. I am absolutely against Godfatherism. I am absolutely against anything which is the intervention of military in Nigeria's democracy. I am absolutely against it. But me being against it does not mean that I am sympathetic to Siminalayi Fubara, because if I go deep into my analysis, if I dive deep into it, you may think maybe I'm sympathetic to Fubara, or maybe I have some pity on him, or maybe I'm his fan or something. No, I'm just doing my own as a political scientist, saying the truth to power, not minding who sucks is God. So for me, Siminalayi Fubara and Nyesom Wike, the difference between them is, if you count 6, then if you count half a dozen, the difference that you will see between 6 and half a dozen is the difference between Nyesom Wike and Siminalayi Fubara. In fact, I foresee a situation that if Siminalayi Fubara has had his way, definitely when Nyesom Wike would when Fubara will finish his term, he too would have been another Nyesom Wike. Let me break it down for you. If somebody like Peter Obi or Atiku had won that election, and in their political battle Fubara was able to defeat Nyesom Wike, I foresee a situation that after 8 years, Fubara will be another Nyesom Wike. Why do I say so? He graduated from Nyesom Wike's school of thought. So I don't have any pity for Siminalayi Fubara. Now, the emergency rule in River State, when it happened that father and son were fighting shamelessly, OJ Farms, I see you, is saying, Charles Piatti say the governorship resigned during the time of FCT minister. I can't allow this. But now look at what it has turned the state to. Rivers people come 2027 election. About that 2027 election, they will still kill and destroy and still have their way. That's the much I can say. OJ Farms is saying, great to have you. Where are you watching me from, OJ Farms? Do well to tell me where you are watching me from. Like this video, share, let others join the community. Now, when the matter got out of hand, don't mistake something. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu acted mainly from my lens as a political scientist for two reasons. Number one, 2027. Number one, protecting resources. If you look at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is particular about two things. Number one, power. Number two, resources. If you look at it, the focus of his government, one of the main priorities is 2027. There's nothing you want to tell anybody in 2027. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's eyes is on the ball. And apart from 2027, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about resources. Whether you call it resource management, whether you call it resource mismanagement, anything that you call it. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu was looking at it that this river state is filled with oil, is rich with oil. Kingsley Yamu says that is not true. Well, let me educate you, right? There's something we call slippery statement. Slippery statement, when you make slippery statement, it is a statement that cannot be backed up with fact, or a statement that is incomplete or incoherent. When you say that is not true, what is not true? You know, when you are contributing to a public forum, do well to help other people. Oh, this that you said as regards Wike is not true. Then people can follow up. I myself too can follow up. So I believe you are an adult and you are an intelligent person. So don't hide that your intelligence. Bring it up. Bring it forward. Right? You know, do well to speak in a way that you help other people. So when you say something is not true, the big question is what? Don't leave it in ambiguous. Don't make it ambiguous. What is not true? Don't be lazy. I'm sitting here. I'm speaking. You can hear me. My face is here. You are just on your keypad. Maybe you are relaxing on your couch. So just type, oh, that is not true. No, that is a lazy way, you know, to contribute to a public discourse. Type, oh, this and this that you say is not true. But if you want to debate, of course, do well to call in. I've called the number. Let us have a debate. Trust me, it's my thing. I'm a political scientist, and I'll be very glad to engage you. So I'm looking forward to your comment as regards what you said is not true. So back to it. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, decided that, okay, let me declare a state of emergency. Now, that state of emergency, to my mind, falls under the dynamics of conflict management. You know what they call dynamics of conflict management. Let me explain it to you. Now, there is a conflict, right? Now, there is a problem. There is a pandemonium in the society, and people are thinking that, okay, what can we do to make sure that we resolve this crisis or we manage it? Now, you will now pick up a strategy that you deem best to you, or an approach, or any kind of, you know, things that you know that it can either help you to manage the conflict or to resolve it amicably. So the dynamics of conflict management, in summary, is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu was trying to play with when he decided that, okay, now in this River State issue, I can decide to say, okay, let me support Wike. I can decide to say, let me support Fubara. I can decide to say, okay, state of emergency is an option for me. I can decide to say, okay, go and remove Siminalayi Fubara. But let me declare state of emergency. To Bola Ahmed Tinubu is employing the dynamics of conflict management. Now, what this mean in that of River State is trying to say, what will you do to manage the conflict? What did Bola Ahmed Tinubu do? State of emergency. How will you achieve peace? To the mind of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his handlers, it is what? State of emergency. So state of emergency came in River State, and at the end of the day, we have it. Is it right or wrong? I know some of you will want to hear from me what I think about state of emergency in River State. You see, state of emergency is right to the extent of being wrong. What do I mean by that? Now, if there is a crisis beyond your power, instead of a state of anarchy to evolve, you can decide to impose a state of emergency. But then what is wrong is, while declaring a state of emergency, you don't have any right whatsoever to suspend democratic structures, in the sense that the power in democracy belongs to the people. It is the people that have the power to hire and fire. So if you, as a president, for any reason, have the power to remove the governor in a state, suspend the what did they call it? The state house of assembly. The big question is, if you believe in that, why did you go to court against the state governors? You went to court against the state governors in Nigeria, so that you can limit their powers, so that there can be autonomy of the local government, so that the local government can run effectively as they wish to run. In that kind of instance, why will you now do what you are accusing the state of doing? You went to court as a president that, oh, let there be local government autonomy, but then you are tampering on the democratic structure of the state. So that means that in one breath you are hot, in another breath you are cold. Chris Liam says Fubara will not operate like Wike. He is a cool-headed man. Well, that is your own assertion. I don't expect you to agree completely with me, but I believe that Fubara haven't served under Nyesom Wike, haven't been produced by Nyesom Wike, haven't been the political hallelujah boy of Nyesom Wike. Definitely at the end of the day, Nyesom Wike's blood is in Siminalayi Fubara. I used to tell some of my friends when we are having like a mild discussion, I used to say that, you see, when you see somebody, any character that you see that the person have, if that person is a thief, if that person is a murderer, if that person, like speaks uncourtly, go and look at the home that person is coming from. Look at the family that trained that person. Look at that person's mother. Look at that person's father. Look at that person's guardian. You will see a trace of that character in that particular person. If somebody knows how to cheat, whereby if somebody knows how to borrow money without repaying that particular money, and that person enjoys paying, and that person enjoys being in debt, and that person will not care. If some people that are naturally wicked, that whether you do them wrong or not, they will just be wicked. There are some people like that. I told a friend some time ago that the highway to death, the highway to for people to spit on your grave, is to think that the way you are peaceful, the way you like to be easygoing, that is how everybody is peaceful. That is the highway to death. Before you know it, you will be dead and buried. So if Fubara is who he is, and Nyesom Wike is who he is, trust me, because Fubara is a product of the Wike school of thought. Just as I used the case of Rivers State presidential election at that time, that was allegedly won by Mr. Peter Obi, and the results were mutilated. Go and look at it. When you look at it very well, you would see that Nyesom Wike, his attitude is in Siminalayi Fubara as well. Just as I used the instance of the parents that trained anybody, go and look at the conduct of, maybe pick a friend of yours. Look at the conduct of that your friend. Go, if you know your friend's parents very well, look at the parent, look at the guardian. You will see where that character is most likely coming from. If your friend is disrespectful to women, if your friend likes to treat women badly, go and look at that your friend. Maybe that your friend is a product of divorce home. Maybe the father usually used to slap the mother, but it will be rare for you to see somebody that come out from a good family and the father is loving the mother and everything is going on fine, and that person will just be beating his wife. It's possible. It's not impossible, but sometimes there is, a trait as regards how people assimilate things and how people get attracted to influence as regards things. That's the much I can say in that regard. Tubo Banimi Frank, I hope I get that correct. He said, I disagree with you saying Sim will behave like Wike after leaving office. You see, let me speak on that as well. If you are watching me, do well to subscribe, turn on your notification button. You see, there is a video of Nyesom Wike where at a point in time he said that, after his tenure, he will leave. In fact, I have the video on my gadget, just that is the gadget that I'm using to stream, so there's no way I can play it for you. He said, my time will come and go, and after that, I will just go. I've served my time. You will speak like that, not until that particular time comes. But when it gets to the time for Nyesom Wike to leave, it was very difficult for him to leave that power. Why? because power is addictive. And I've said it before that if you wake up every morning and you are experiencing a particular pattern for 8 years, which is you are the Lord of the Rings, everybody will say yes sir to you, everybody obeys you, everybody obeys your command, there is security at your beck and call, you are the one that is signing all the all the money that is being released in the state, you are the one that people are coming to lobby for contract, coming to lobby for appointment, the kind of power that is given to governors and presidents in Nigeria. If you are to now leave that office after 8 years, you would have been addictive to that lifestyle, you would have been used to it. So for you to detach yourself from it, it will be very difficult. And that is why across the world, what usually detach people is the system, is the law, whereby it makes it difficult for you to manipulate the system. And I give an example of what happened in the United States when Donald Trump lost the election at that point in time. He had no choice but to leave. Even his vice at that time, Mike Pence, had to go to the legislature to ratify the election according to US law. The system did not make it possible for him. But imagine that Donald Trump was a president in Nigeria. Definitely he can do a lot to make sure that the result is not even announced. So you can see that it is system that checkmates people. So you won't know who Fubara is not until he has defeated Nyesom Wike and he has used his 8 years in office and it's time for him to leave. Then the Wike factor in him will now manifest, because why? The premium we place on politics. He graduated from the Wike school of thought. And another thing is, power is addictive. If you are living a life of power, it's just like it's just like you are the type that every day of your life you have access to this thing. It is surplus, it is at your disposal. People will come and prostrate, people will come and beg, people will come and lie down, people will come and do anything just to gain your support. And all of a sudden, when you leave that power, everything goes away. The DSS is no longer at your beck and call. Nobody is there to be opening doors for you. There's no motorcade there for you. You cannot have access to the president just anyhow by the virtue of being a governor. At the end of the day, it won't be easy, because you have been living this life for 8 years. 8 years living the same lifestyle of being the Lord of the Rings in the politics of your state. When that time comes, trust me, it will be difficult for you to leave that particular power. At the OEM say, but this is assumption. No, these are not assumptions. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a tailor. I am a political scientist with a PhD in political science. So when I speak, I don't assume. I speak from the position of authority as a political scientist. So I don't speak based on assumption. If you are a tailor, you can speak based on assumption. But if you are an engineer and you are good in your profession, when you speak with some degree of finality. I'm speaking about political behavior. This thing that I'm saying is something that if you attend a good school for your BSc, they would have taught you if you want to bag a BSc in political science. So if I, as a PhD, I'm speaking about it, I'm not speaking based on assumption. I'm speaking fact. Being an expert and an authority that have contributed to scholarly contributions, research, and debate in that particular field. That's where I'm speaking. That is the angle that I'm speaking from, not from an assumption. No, I'm not a tailor speaking politics. I am a political scientist of training, 3 degrees from 3 continents speaking politics. So I think with utmost humility, I need to let you know that I'm not speaking from the position of assumption. Edwin Egajo is saying, Tubomini Frank, he says, I disagree. Wike is a product of Amechi, but Amechi did not behave the way Wike did. Okay, good. You see, I like the engagement I'm getting tonight. It's just leading me from answering one question to the other. You see, Tubomini Frank, you see, I don't agree that Amechi did not behave the way Wike did. Let me explain to you. You will recall that there was a time there was an election in Rivers State that Amechi stormed Rivers State with a routine of soldiers. In fact, it was Rivers State women that saved Nyesom Wike. They stripped themselves naked. This thing that I'm saying, let me check the name of this guy from Rivers State. What's the name? Charles Piatti. Charles Piatti, if you are watching me, you say you are from Port Harcourt, I don't know whether you are a Rivers State indigene. You are watching me from Port Harcourt in Rivers State. Do well to say maybe I'm saying the truth or not. At some point, Rotimi Amechi stormed the Rivers State with soldiers during that particular election that he must take Rivers State by fire by force. But then the women in Rivers State at that point in time, I don't know how Nyesom Wike's camp was able to mobilize them. They now stripped themselves half naked, they protested. So the soldiers at that point in time, it was not logical for them to be shooting the women. It was not logical for them to do anything against the women, because what would you say that old women have done? That was the strategy Nyesom Wike used to save himself from Rotimi Amaechi. So Rotimi Amaechi made the attempt, but Nyesom Wike outsmarted him. Not that he didn't make the attempt. And another thing, in answering your question, Tubo Banimi. Let me just call you Frank. I don't like to mispronounce people's name, my brother. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Frank, you see, another thing is that, yes, so Amaechi would have had his way at that time if Buhari is a Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Trust me, at that point in time, despite the fact that Nyesom Wike was the governor, if Buhari really wanted to go against Nyesom Wike, just as Tinubu has backed Nyesom Wike against Siminalayi Fubara, Amaechi would have taken that state, the army would have had their way, and at the end of the day, what you will hear is go to court. That is what would have happened. So it's not that Rotimi Amaechi did not try. If you're watching me, do well to like this video, share it, press the love icon, so that other people can get to see it. So it's not that Amaechi did not try. Responding to my brother Tubo Banimi Frank, Amaechi tried his best, but Nyesom Wike was far ahead. Nyesom Wike was at level 4, while Amaechi was at level 2. In fact, there are some things that I cannot share online. While I was doing my scientific research in Rivers State, I met some people that are politically exposed, and I know some of the things that some of them were saying as regards that election. But then you must know when to pause, you must know when to stop. So there are some things that I cannot say online. Nyesom Wike outsmarted Rotimi Amaechi. Not that Rotimi Amaechi did not try. He tried, but Nyesom Wike was far ahead in the game. So he said, so if Buhari did not, why did Tinubu? Well, I don't know. Buhari is different from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Buhari don't used to die for anybody. Buhari don't give a damn about anybody. Buhari is a guy that is selfish. He just know all about himself. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the type that likes power. Is the type that likes to make statements with power. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the type that if you do something for him, rightly or wrongly, if your attitude is bad and it favors him rightly, he will always come all the way to reward you. So I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu was trying to reciprocate Wike for the anomaly, for the atrocities he committed in PDP and in Rivers State against Peter Obi in Rivers State, then in PDP in Nigeria as a whole, as regards restraining Atiku Abubakar. So I think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was trying to pay Nyesom Wike back in his own coin. Then there is a 2027 dynamics to it, in the sense that Rivers State is one of the richest states in Nigeria. Rivers State, Akwa Ibom State, these are very rich states that their governors usually bankroll the PDP. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going for the people, and is also going for the source of funds. He knows that if he can capture Rivers State, he has captured Akwa Ibom State, Lagos State is at his disposal. Then he wants to see how PDP will be able to fund the election. That is what some of you don't know. Tinubu decided to go all out to make sure that Akwa Ibom State is back to APC. Then Rivers State now, apparently Siminalayi Fubara will end up joining the APC. It is for a purpose. 1, to gain more grounds. 2, to attack the source of funds. Akwa Ibom is one of the richest states in Nigeria. Rivers is also among them. So these states are key states that Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows that if he can attack the source of funds, then you can't compare a Sokoto, for instance, to a Rivers State. No, Sokoto does not have the resources and wealth of Rivers State. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you may not like him as a president. He may not be the best guy in terms of performance, but in terms of political abracadabra, snatch it, grab it, run away with it, all those, mago, wuru to the answer. Trust me, that's why they call him a political strategist, a political whatever and all that. That is what is that is what is happening. So I hope to some extent I've been able to respond to you. I've spoken about the political dynamics. Now, having spoken about the political dynamics that Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to approach that election the way he feels that he can manage conflict. But is he right? Well. From my lens as a political scientist, I can tell you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is absolutely wrong. I can tell you that for free. And if you give me time and you open your mind, you would understand what I'm saying. And in the later part of this video, I will speak about the danger of bad precedents Today, you may like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's okay, it's fine. He's a president that you like. You may, because of your likeness for him or being a member of the APC, decide to support his action. It's okay, it's fine. But then again, tomorrow, another party will come to power. You may have a president that you don't like, and this president that has been set, that president will now use it. Then you now be crying foul. People that were praising Obasanjo when he was declaring state of emergency, per seconds at that point in time, are now the people that are abusing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People that are abusing Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, if their favorite person comes to power, they will change lyrics. And that is why it's usually good to be consistent. And I'll give you some instance as regards Godwin Obaseki. Godwin Obaseki, the immediate past governor of Edo State, is a traditional APC guy. When he was in APC, he never knew that something can happen that can take him to the PDP. But life happens. He fell out with his political master, SY Governor Adams Oshiomhole. And when they had their battle and conflict, what happened? Godwin Obaseki had to move over to the PDP. If he had joined them in truncating democracy, if he had joined them in ruining the democratic structures in Nigeria, that is how life will happen to him, and he will find himself in the PDP. So you see, the people in the APC at this time, I pity them. Do you know what will happen? In 2027, there will be too much struggle for the ticket under APC. APC cannot please everybody. And at the end of the day, some of them, when they lose the ticket, they will run to the likes of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar and say, oh, my lord, there I am. Use me as you like. So I see some form of implosion if care is not taken in the APC. So now, am I impressed by the truncation of democracy by a democratic authority? The answer is no. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu right? Don't mistake it for anything. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to my mind, as a political scientist, the judges of the Supreme Court may think otherwise, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu is absolutely wrong. Let me break it down for you. Now, Nigeria practices a democracy. If you impose a military rule, if you impose a state of emergency and you remove the governor, what have you done? You have mixed autocracy with democracy, in the sense that democracy believes, and please, if you are watching me right now, do well to like, subscribe to this channel, and this is not the time to go away because I want to pour some fire of knowledge on you. Now, you see, that democracy that is being practiced, democracy as a body of knowledge, as a system of government, believe that power does not belong to one man. Knowledge cannot belong to one man. Power and knowledge, that one man does not have the monopoly of knowledge. That is why there is checks and balances. But what is the difference in autocracy? Autocracy, or if you like, military rule, or if you like, autocratic system of government, is that one that believes that the word of one man is the word of God, which is that whoever is the head of state can wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I don't like people, roaming around in Nigeria by 10 p.m. And he will pass a decree that whatever you do, else you are working after 10 p.m., it is an offense. It becomes a law. It becomes a decree. And the police, the army will go ahead to effect it. So autocracy, dictatorial system of government, believes that one man can have that, that knowledge. One man can rule the state, and one man can have that superior knowledge that man is God. Let me put it that way. Autocracy, dictatorial system of government, believe that man can play the position of God. It is only God that is perfect. God is the utmost supreme. But autocracy believe that one man can be perfect. If one man can get to power, despite the fact that he may have gotten to the power through the barrel of the gun, autocracy believe that one man can be perfect. There's autocracy, there's fascism, there's totalitarianism, there's different systems of government. But in the history of Nigeria, we have mainly practiced two. I can call it autocracy and democracy, and that's why I'm not going to other system of government. So some people don't know that there are like maybe 25 system of government. Some people don't know, but for instance, communism is a system of government, but in Nigeria we've been autocratic and democratic. So staying on the autocracy believe that man can be God. But in democracy believe that no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how intelligent you are still not the best. You need a combination of forces to come together to produce the best. Democracy believes that hand must rub hands, brain must connect with brains, people must connect with people, people must dialogue and debate ideas for us to have a good and prosperous society. That is what democracy believes in, and that is why in a democratic system of government you will see that everybody is checkmated by another person. If they are to appoint judges, it is the executive that will appoint the judges, then they will send it to the legislature will debate it and approve the appointment of those judges. I've spoken about the judiciary, right? It is not just one man. Now the executive, who happens to be the president will appoint his aides. When he appoints his aides, those aides, he will send them to the legislature. In Nigeria, we do bicameral legislature, which is two legislative house. Some countries practice unicameralism, which is one legislative house. So in Nigeria, he will send it to the Nigerian Senate. They will look at the person. Oh, Nasir El-Rufai, this one we don't think is good enough. No, it's not good enough. Yeah, get out. And that is the end. That is the power of the Senate. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to spend money, he has to go to the legislature to say, oh, I want to spend this money. This is why I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. Please approve it for me. Then they will approve it for him or they will decline it. That is democracy thinking that you cannot be the wisest. You cannot be the most intelligent. You cannot be the best. Align with other people, rub mind with other people as well. Then the legislature themselves, their works is subjected to the interpretation of the judiciary, in the sense that if you pass a law and that law you find it obsolete, you can go to court. The Supreme Court will interpret it and say, no, this law is wrong. Things cannot be this way. And I'll give you an example. There is a joint account in Nigeria according to the law. Now the state, they collect local government money. Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to court. Then the court said, no, it shouldn't be like this. State, go and open your own account. So you can see that even the works of the legislature is not independent, because whatever you do, whatever law you pass, you still have to send it to the executive. Maybe I'm speaking in tongues to some people. I try to break it down as much as I can, to make it flexible for people to understand. And that is why sometimes I say that if I'm breaking this thing down, it is the time for you to listen. If you are just listening to me and you are playing, before you pick back, I don't move. But if you listen to me attentively, you'll be able to connect these things that I'm saying. And that's why it's good to listen attentively. So for me, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's approach to conflict management, I am not impressed. I am not impressed at all in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's approach, in the sense that he tried to mix autocracy with democracy. I'm not impressed because of Nigeria's political history. If you look at the history of Nigeria have had a lot of military intervention in its politics. And that military intervention that Nigeria has, years of military intervention in politics from one military government to another. We've had military leaders that toppled democracy. CC is saying, CC, I to you. So if you are watching me, of course, do what to say I and tell me where you are watching me from. So because of Nigeria's history, the kind of history that we have, definitely it is wrong for you to now bring the military back. The military where they sleep on their own jeje, the military where don't accept their fate, the military that have retreated, that are now in the barracks, the military that they are on their own. You now decide to declare a state of emergency. Then you bring a rear admiral, a retired, I think is rear admiral, right? You decide to bring him to power. The military, they on their own, they relax, they live now they behave as una like. All of a sudden, you decide to go and wake them up. So yeah, wake up. Just because you want to prove that you have power, just because you want to prove that, oh, you are a king Kong, and you now decide to impose a military, sort of regime in Rivers State. What you have done indirectly is you have activated the brain of the military. Let me break this down for you. CC, you are watching me from Finland. Okay, you have retracted the message. I think I saw Finland just a moment ago. If you are watching me, do well to like this video and share, let others benefit from it. Press the love button so that I can get to reach other people. So for me, looking at Bola Ahmed Tinubu's action, it be like say trouble sleep. Yangago Wake, in the sense that Ibok Ete Ibas, right? He has retired, but he still have his guys in the military. He has his guys that that are loyal to him. He has friends that are also retired as well. Now, this is where the problem lies. You see, this 6 months that Ibas was the sole administrator, he has been exposed to power. In fact, Ibas don't enjoy. Let me give you one secret that some of you don't know. If they make you the governor of Rivers State for one day, you can never be poor in your life. If they make you the governor of Rivers State for one day, just one day, you can never be poor again in your life, because the internally generated revenue, the kind of power that you will have, don't even touch the national allocation, just the internally generated revenue in Rivers State for one day, the money that market women will pay, the money the people that will come and pay tenement rate, birth certificate, death certificate, marriage registry, different kind of things, different kind of things that are being done across the state. If they give you that money for one day, you can never be poor again in your life. So look at Ibok Ete Ibas being in charge of one of the most prosperous states in Nigeria for 6 months. There is something about it. Ibok Ete Ibas' lifestyle would have changed. His status would have changed. He is exposed to power. He is exposed to money. He is exposed to dictating. He is exposed to living a lifestyle. Now, one of the people that will pray that the crisis should continue will be Ibok Ete Ibas himself. Because why? Now that conflict they profit on. Now that conflict in they chop from. Now that conflict they give am joy. Now that conflict they give am status. At the end of the day, you have ended the something in River State at the moment. When Ibok Ete Ibas will meet his friends, when he will meet his friends and they will be talking, they say, oh boy, all these bloody civilians, oh boy, then they enjoy you. I no know say that they enjoy like that. All those songs for River State we just go mess up themselves. When I be sole administrator for there, I don't know say all these dirty guys, we be say all these small boys, we be say they don't even get liver. You say they just put themselves in power. I don't say that they enjoy like that. Boy, you no go believe say the little 6 months. Why? If he has a close childhood friend, you will say, oh boy, that time why I did there, I see like maybe 5 billion or 10 billion or 50 billion or 500 billion. Now you say, and the probability that one will be a military guy too is very, very high. Then we say, those guys they enjoy you, man. I mean say military still dey power. We think say our generals that all this IBB or Basojo, we think say them they steal. We think say money dey Nigeria that time. Money no dey now. Money dey. Now they are debating it among themselves. That word will spread. People that are looking like Ibok, people that are looking at Ibok Ete Ibas, some of them will see a change in his lifestyle within the 6 months. Some of them, when they see the change in his lifestyle, they'll be like, see Ibas life, Ibas life don't change. Sunday Omigi, thanks. I rarely get this kind of a thing anyway, because the kind of people that watch me, the intelligent people or prospective intelligent people, so they barely give. But I didn't mean I'm on TikTok, all these Yahoo guys, all these things, if they are watching the likes of this guy that speaks about women, gay or Pella, they go they dash their money, they go say, when I do my life, I make $30,000, this, that, this. Okay, it's good. But if you are a political scientist, people when they watch you, they stingy small, they know they give. So it's rare that I see people give me. So Sunday Omige, I quite appreciate you. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for, is it super chat or super sticker that they call it? One of my favorite viewers is here, Madam Abosede Ojo. Great to have you, Madam Abosede Ojo, one of my regular viewers on this channel. Great to have you, Madam Abosede Ojo. If you are watching me, you are yet to subscribe, tap the love button, let others get to see this video. So if Ibas, those that know him from afar, they will be telling themselves that, boy, see Ibas life, Ibas will be say before, we know how see him be. See Ibas now, Ibas don't get money die, Ibas don't they ride big cars, Ibas don't they behave say, na him be God of heaven and earth. That democracy they good. Before you know it, some of them will be going to lobby Some of them will be praying that crisis should happen in another state. What am I trying to say? You are exposing the eyes of the military back to power. And at the end of the day, you yourself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you may pay for it. This exposure of the military boys back to power because you want to show that you are powerful. At the end of the day, when the consequence will come, that is why if they say, oh, if I hear fellow Nigerians, I won't be surprised as a political scientist, because now then sit down, jeje. It's like a child that likes to suck breast. When we were young, some of us would have experienced it. If they want to collect breast from you, they will put bitter leaf. They will put bitter leaf on their breast. Our mothers will put bitter leaf and they will not give the breast to you. When you taste it once, twice, and it's bitter, you won't come back to that breast again. They have successfully retrieved the breast from you. But when they now put bitter leaf, maybe next week, they now put ice cream on that same breast and they say, take. You now suck the breast as a little boy or a little girl. You now suck and you now say, this thing is sweet. So definitely you will come back. You'll be looking for a way to come back. That is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done. So you may think that you want to show that you have power. You may think that you want to prove that, oh, Obasanjo did it, I can do it too. You may want to prove that, oh, this is my time. I can do as I like because this is my time. You may want to prove that, well, Nigerian constitution has provided some form of lacuna. Lacuna means gap that I can exploit to show that I am a powerful president. You may want to prove all that, but there is a consequence. What is that consequence? You are exposing the eyes of the military guys back to power. And that itself, it may come back to haunt you because they may eventually plan a coup against you. That is where the problem is. In the sense that, look at it now. Ibokete Ibas is a retired rear admiral, right? He still has his boys in power that are still active. He has his boys, people that when he was in service, they are underneath him. He would have them in the military, we have them in the police. In fact, people like Obasanjo, IBB, some of them still have their boys in power. At the end of the day, you don't expose Ibas. Ibas now, whether you like it or not, na big guy. He don't dey exposed to money. He don't see money. He don't taste power every day. Good morning, sir. He dey sign budget. Ibas wey be say how much is the retirement benefit of the military. You can't give Ibas power. Ibas can't dey sign budget. Ibas dey live large. Ibas dey go with motorcade. Ibas dey flex muscle. Ibas dey, you have exposed these guys to power. And he's a military guy. At the end of the day, if not that, Ibas has no choice. There's nobody that you will give sweet. You want to collect it back and it will be easy. No, you have exposed Ibas to power. You have exposed his friends to power. Ibas military boys that are still in the military, you have exposed them to power. Now that you have collected the power from them, what do you expect? Let me give you an example. Let me use election in Nigeria. During election, Nigerian politicians, particularly in this same River State, when election is coming, they will, kind of like they will talk to some of these cultists, some of these thugs, some of these hooligans. They will draw them close. They may appoint like 500 or 1,000 special advisors that are doing nothing. They will be on monthly payroll, 6 months to the election, and everybody will be flexing. All these thugs, all these cultists, they will be living large. Politicians will give them big money, and at the end of the day, when the election is over, these same politicians will now decide that they want to retrieve the power from these people. And sometimes it's not always easy because you have exposed these cultists, these thugs, you have exposed them to free money, you have exposed them to easy money, and by the virtue of what you have exposed them to, it is not easy for them to go back to their normal life. Some of them will now be using the gun that you've used to empower them against your opponent. They will now be using it for kidnapping. Some of them will now be using the gun. They will now be using it for banditry. Some of them will now be using the gun. They will now be using it for armed robbery. So it's not easy to get the power back from them. Using that particular context, I hope this will sound in the ears of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that if you love yourself and you want to remain as the president of Nigeria, never ever in your life till you leave power, expose the eyes of the military to anything called power. Never let the military occupy anything called power in the sense of a state of emergency. There's nowhere that it is written in Nigeria that if you want to declare a state of emergency, it must be a military guy that you must appoint. Let us look at it from another angle. You can declare that state of emergency and put a retired NSCDC official. Of course, you can. You can want to declare that state of emergency. You can put a retired commissioner of police there. Why did you put the military? The military are the ones that have the highest level of power in Nigeria in terms of unleashing violence. It is only the military that has the capacity to sack you as president. How can the hate, your hate, how can they be so mumu? How can they be so silly in such a way that they don't know about politics, they don't know about governance? Some of them, they are just so silly that it is that same military that is hungry for power. It is that same military that barely left power. You want to declare a state of emergency. Now that same military guy you can't go put for Rivers State. You cannot put a retired police officer, knowing fully well that even if they are exposed to power, police does not have the capacity to effect a coup. You cannot put a retired NLCDC official in Rivers State, right? You want to put a retired rear admiral. So you see, so that's why they say that who the devil want to kill or something, they will first destroy. There's an adage like that, something like that. So that is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done to himself, because he has successfully opened the eyes of the military guys back to power. So now that Ibokete Ibas, that one he don't cash out now, normal, with profound respect to him, there's no way he won't do one or two things to profit himself and all that, the normal Nigerian way. Now that Ibokete Ibas is out of power, definitely he will be living large, and the eyes of the military have been opened to power. So I hope that the handlers of the president will advise him rightly. I'm just doing my own. If you have a spare phone, get your spare phone. I will call out the WhatsApp number that you can call in to contribute, particularly if you are a River State indigene. Trust me, I love to hear from you as regards what is happening in River State. So get your spare phone, get a pen and paper. I will call the WhatsApp number. Definitely, I look forward to hearing from you if you have any contribution to make as regards the suspension of a state of emergency in River State. Again, this is my brother Sunday Omigi. Thank you for, is this super chat or super sticker that they used to call it? Thank you for the gift. God bless you. Now, let me call the number before I continue. +55 1399 666 6361. Again, +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. So for me, I think that what Bola Ahmed Tinubu did is on the wrong path in terms of dynamics of conflict management and in terms of the step that he took. Now, you may want to ask me that, okay, if declaration of a state of emergency is not right, what could Bola Ahmed Tinubu have done with all the crisis in River State and all that? What Bola Ahmed Tinubu could have done is to make sure that he upholds the constitution as it is. And if you want to uphold the constitution as it is in Nigeria at the moment, it will favor Nyesom Wike, because Nyesom Wike is not the governor of River State, and the constitution does not allow the governor of a state to take dictate from a godfather. So, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu definitely decided to act his own way to favor Nyesom Wike for reason apparently best known to him. But for me, I won't pity Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, let us look at Tinubu and Nyesom Wike. You see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't know why. He has been unusually sympathetic to Wike. Now, let me break something down for you. You see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a president, if you look at him quite well, is somebody that loves power. He's somebody that likes power a lot. He knows how to get power, he knows how to use it, and he knows what to do with it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu also doesn't like strong guy. If you look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he doesn't like to use strong people. If he's using you, you must always be under his umbrella. Anything that you want to try to act independently, or you want to try to prove that you are a man of your own, or you want to try to prove that you get maybe one swag or something, definitely Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come for you. That was what happened in Osun State. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu installed Rauf Aregbesola finished his tenure. He want to install, what is the name of this guy? I've forgotten. I've forgotten the name of this guy. One popular guy like that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted Gboyega Oyetola, and that was the beginning of the rift between them. Aregbesola believed that, Baba, you are a big guy. You are our leader. But let we too develop ourselves. I dey loyal to you, Baba. But now, I don't do governorship finish. Make me too install my guy. You are already in charge. Me, I dey under you. Let other people too dey under me. That is where Rauf Aregbesola began to have problem with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This guy, Raji Fashola, almost missed his second term in Lagos State when he believed that he's the governor and he wants to be growing wings. Bola Ahmed Tinubu almost cut him to size. Another example is that of Akinwumi Ambode. When Akinwumi Ambode believed that he wants to be a lord unto himself, it cost him his second term. Another instance is that of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. When Babajide Sanwo-Olu decide to allegedly orchestrate and support and back the removal of this guy Obasa in Lagos State, right? When he was allegedly part of those that orchestrated it, what did Bola Ahmed Tinubu do? He embarrassed Sanwo-Olu publicly by refusing to shake him at a public function in Lagos, and that thing went viral. Another instance was that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as regards Babajide Sanwo-Olu, decide to reverse the decision of the state executive that no, you remove Mudashiru Obasa without my knowledge, go and restore him back. Despite the fact that the House of Assembly members do not want him, despite the fact that Mudashiru Obasa was rude to the governor, despite the fact that during the budget presentation, before that time, Mudashiru Obasa delayed the governor and the party leaders in the state. But because Bola Ahmed Tinubu wasn't consulted, then everything that you do is not right. He decided that, well, not minding anything, go and restore Mudashiru Obasa. So what am I trying to say? Looking at Bola Ahmed Tinubu with profound respect to him, he's the type that he doesn't like strong guy. If he makes you, he expects you to be under him and be under him like forever and ever. If you try to be your own man, or you try to build your own political empire, or you try to believe that you want to be kind of like a political superstar in your own right, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will come for you and it will cut you to size. If you are watching me, do want to tell me where you are watching from. Say hi to me. Let me know whether my comment section is still active. Tell me where you are watching me from, and do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button. So now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all these things, instances that I've given to you, I've given you like 6 instances or 7. These things that I've listed, it has not applied to Nyesom Wike. If you look at it, Nyesom Wike is a guy that loves power, right? And he likes to be his own man. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have left Nyesom Wike. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will barely do media chat. He will barely call the media and line up microphone in his front and spend 2 hours before the media. In fact, the last media chat that Tinubu did, I think, was during December or early January. During December or early January with Ruben Abati, Maokwe Ogun, and then I think a day after that, Nyesom Wike and his children visited him. That was the last media chat. Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that was the last media chat he did. But Nyesom Wike, that is an ordinary, permit me to use the word ordinary minister of FCT, that his power is just limited to the FCT. Some of you don't know that Nyesom Wike is the minister that have the least power in the cabinet. What do I mean by that? Every other minister in that cabinet, their constituency, their jurisdiction is the whole of Nigeria. For instance, if you are a minister of education, you can go to Lagos State, talk about education. From there, you can leave there, go to Zamfara. From there, go to Enugu. From there, go to Imo State. From there, come back to Ogun State. From there, cross over to Oyo. Your constituency is the whole of Nigeria. If you are a minister of natural resources, mines and steel, blue and marine economy, labor and productivity, petroleum, any other portfolio, your whole constituency is Nigeria. Now, there is a minister that his constituency is just that Abuja, which is Nyesom Wike. So in that cabinet, the minister that have the least power is Nyesom Wike, because every other minister in Nigeria, their constituency is the whole of Nigeria. Every other minister in that cabinet, even if you are a minister of state, for instance, there's minister of labor and productivity, there's minister of state, let me use health, there's minister for health, then there's minister of state for health. Now, minister of health, his constituency is the whole Nigeria, the whole 36 states of Nigeria. Minister of state for health, His constituency is the whole of Nigeria. You can go look into health matters in Kano. From there, jump to Enugu. From there, go back to Imo. From there, come back to Lagos. The next day, go to Yobe State. From there, cross over to Anambra State. Everywhere is your constituency. But Nyesom Wike, his constituency is only FCT. If he crossed over to Nasarawa, they will blast him that, Alaye, what's your problem? What are you doing here? No, you can't be here. This is not your constituency. Now, Abuja, you get out. You cannot come and dictate to us here. But the Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, he can still go to Nasarawa State and still be forming champion. He can from there come to Lagos State and still be acting like, he's the number one superstar in Nigeria. He can go to Unilag and begin to threaten some of the academic and non-academic staff there. Because why? He's the Minister of Education. But Nyesom Wike is only limited to Abuja. Why? Bola Ahmed Tinubu tried to curb him. Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows that Nyesom Wike likes power. He is power-centric. He knows what to do with power. He eats power, he sleeps power, he wakes power. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not like such people. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu now decides to draw Nyesom Wike close because he has apparently seen him as a material. You know that you may not like some people, but when you see them as a material, you will see that, okay, let me keep this person. This guy in a material. A whole Nyesom Wike that was a local government chairman in 1999 when Atiku was vice president. He confronted Atiku Abubakar and he made sure that Atiku Abubakar did not win. This Nyesom Wike is a stubborn boy. No, I need stubborn people in a material. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, despite the fact that he doesn't like strong people, decided to keep Nyesom Wike. But to keep him in check, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a smart guy, now decided to do one thing: tame him under FCT. Because why? As a minister of FCT, the president is your oga, the president is your boss. It is the president that will dictate to you. You are accountable to the president. In fact, you are taking actions on behalf of the president. Why? So that there will not be conflict of power. That's why FCT has a minister. FCT has a minister, not a governor. Just so that you are an appointee of the president. So if now your oga appoints you, you cannot go against your oga. But if FCT has a governor, the president can say this, and the governor will say no. No, I don't agree. And there's nothing the president can do, especially if the governor is on his right. So to keep the power of the president intact, that's why the FCT has a minister, although it's equivalent to a governor. So Tinubu kept Nyesom Wike in FCT just to make sure that he's able to tame him, because he knows that Nyesom Wike, if he puts him in another ministry, imagine Nyesom Wike is the Minister of Works. Just imagine for a moment that Nyesom Wike is Dave Umahi, Minister of Works. You can imagine how Nyesom Wike will do. You can imagine what Nyesom Wike will do. You can imagine how Nyesom Wike will behave. You can imagine some of the things that he will be able to come up with. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is aware of this thing, and he wants to tame him because he knows that presidential ambition doesn't die quick. He now decided that you this Wike, the best thing is let me keep you under me in FCT. Despite the fact that, you see, I pity Nyesom Wike and I pity Nigerian politicians. There's the reason why they study political science. There is a reason. If Nyesom Wike have studied Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or he has some political scientists around him, they would have warned him that, do you know who your boss is? Do you notice this and this about your boss? So this thing that you are doing, you can never last with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's just a matter of time. This Bola Ahmed Tinubu will elevate you. Now he go disgrace you when the time comes. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just buying time. He's just looking at Wike. You know, the way Nyesom Wike will line up camera in his front and be spending 2 hours when your oga, the president of the Federal Republic, have only spoken to the media last year, December. You are holding media chat every month. Ordinary FCT where you occupy, you are not the Minister of State for Health. Your constituency is not the whole of Nigeria. Ordinary FCT where they give you, say take, they manage, maybe they reward you. You are behaving as if you are a mini president. That itself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just waiting for you by the and I speak authoritatively as a political scientist. Check Bola Ahmed Tinubu, look at his political trajectory. You will see that he's a man that doesn't like strong guy. When you try to prove that you are strong, or you try to prove that, you can show power, or you love power, or you want to be your own man, or you want to override him, or to outsmart him, or outshine him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will clip you to size. I've given you like 7 different examples, verifiable examples that nobody can contradict. Now that I've given you the example, Why is the case different on Nyesom Wike? Because as regards Nyesom Wike, Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been unusually gracious to Nyesom Wike. He has been unusually sympathetic to Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike has lived, in fact, Nyesom Wike has done some things that the minister that Tinubu trained, some of them that are his boy, like this minister for, is it power or darkness, Adelabu, this Adelabu guy, the minister for power. Adelabu, some of the things that he will do that he will not get away with, Nyesom Wike has done it and nothing has happened. Why is it that the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when they said that Babajide Sanwo-Olu channeled money to the opposition at one point in time, when they made that assertion, Tinubu was very angry. He was very sad. He made sure that he dealt with Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu's alleged girlfriend, Aisha Chimogu, as reported in the media. The EFCC just confiscated this 7 billion or 17 billion, one mysterious money like that, from that particular lady. Bola Ahmed Tinubu no let Sanwo-Olu drink water drop cup, despite the fact that Sanwo-Olu is his political boy. Sanwo-Olu has nowhere to go. But Nyesom Wike, they will hear the report that Nyesom Wike has allocated land for his children. He has allocated plots of land worth millions of dollars. He has given land to his father. He has given land to his uncle. He has given land to his nephew. Nyesom Wike has bought $2 million worth of house in Florida. Yet nothing has happened to Nyesom Wike. Nothing has touched him. If Nyesom Wike is wise, he will know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just keeping him to grow. It's just like a chicken where you dey feed every day. You dey feed am every day with the hope say when time come, na you go to do Christmas where you go cross the bone, eat, enjoy am. That is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing to Nyesom Wike, because the conduct of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Nyesom Wike contradicts and violates what Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordinarily stands for as a political leader. Bola Ahmed Tinubu doesn't joke with power. For instance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot make Raji Fashola the minister of FCT. And Raji Fashola is the minister of FCT. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not granting media chat every month. And Raji Fashola will be standing in front of the media for 2 hours, parading all the important media, buying all the airtime, and say he's doing media chat. It cannot happen. Quote me anywhere, it cannot happen. But this thing has happened under Nyesom Wike. So why is it that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is sympathetic to Nyesom Wike? Number one, depth of gratitude. You know what they call depth of gratitude? Depth of gratitude in the sense that Bola Ahmed Tinubu sees Nyesom Wike as a political magician. Nyesom Wike was able to do the impossible when it matters most. What is the impossible? Making sure you truncate the ambition of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Making sure you dismantle the PDP, you tear the PDP apart with all this G5, all these things. If you're watching me, please say I think my comment section is, has ceased again. And that is giving me a bit of concern because I'm not able to read your comments. So if you are watching me, please say so that I can know that my comment section is still functioning. Hopefully it has not ceased. So if I've not been responding to your comment, it's because I can't see them. So please say hi if you are watching me, please. Just say hi in the comment section. So if the comment section have ceased, then I will call the WhatsApp number that you can call in again to make your contribution. So why is it that Nyesom Wike has been treated differently? What the Tinubu guys cannot do, Nyesom Wike has been doing it. Well, the answer is as good as you can see it, which is that depth of gratitude and 2027. There's nothing that fears Tinubu most at this point in time like that 2027. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for no reason, I've never seen a president that panics. I've never seen a president that is afraid. I've never seen a president that is concerned about 2027 or about a return election like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The whole euphoria of 2027 endorsement, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will contest again, right on, started as far as when Bola Ahmed Tinubu has spent 1 year in office. 1 year. That has never happened before. It didn't happen during Obasanjo, just 1 year in office. It didn't happen during Jonathan. It didn't happen during Yaradua. It didn't happen during Buhari's time. But suddenly, this Bola Ahmed Tinubu's time, you've just been hearing, 2027. Oga, calm down. This president is yet to even use 2 years on the two. It's yet to use 3 years. Everybody have been screaming 2027. They will meet in Abuja. We endorse you for 2027. They will even go to the north. They will endorse Tinubu. They will leave Shetima. that one will lead to another round of crisis. So why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu treating Nyesom Wike differently? Because why? Nyesom Wike is an instrument, a negative instrument that is able to make impossibility possible negatively. That is why. So when you know that this guy likes sweet, and you know that this particular thug, for instance, there's a thug in your environment, and you know that this particular thug is a thug that he can destroy everything, and you need him, you know, you go dey give am the food. And that thug like food, you go just give am food. Even if he request for more food, you will give him, because you know that the day of reckoning will come, and you need that political thug to be able to create some effect for you. From my lens, with profound respect as a political scientist, that is what I see. Bola Ahmed Tinubu doesn't, apologies, I'm just making assertion, doesn't like Nyesom Wike the way I see it. But Nyesom Wike is a guy of necessity. Nyesom Wike is a guy of necessity. Nyesom Wike is a child of necessity. And because Nyesom Wike is a child of necessity, definitely Bola Ahmed Tinubu will keep Nyesom Wike and will pamper him as much as possible till he achieve his aim. And what is that aim? 2027. And when that aim is achieved, then that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will now put Nyesom Wike in his place, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu naturally doesn't like strong guy. And that is why I pity Nyesom Wike. If Nyesom Wike has knowledge about all these things, definitely he would have known that, well, he should be very careful. He should work very carefully. Don't try to bring enemies for the president. Don't try to behave rudely. Don't try to do what the president can even not do. There are some things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot say about Atiku Abubakar. Nyesom Wike has said it. There are some things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot say about Peter Odili, the governor of Rivers State 1999 to 2007. Nyesom Wike has said it. Odili was in the governor class of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So there are some things that Tinubu will never open his mouth to say to Goodluck Jonathan. Nyesom Wike has said it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is wiser than that. Oh. He knows that the reason why you are worshiping him is because he's the president. If you can abuse Goodluck Jonathan, that made you governor, that made you minister of state for education, if you can abuse him, abuse his wife. If you can abuse Atiku Abubakar, that was vice president at when you were a local government chairman. If you can abuse Peter Odili, that made you the political superstar that you are. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is wiser than that. He knows that you are not a good person. He knows that you are not somebody that is reliable. He knows you are not dependable. He knows that what is wrong with you is power. You are a child that likes food, so he will keep giving you the food just for you to deliver for him. But at the right time, after Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all is said and done, then he will now come for you and put you in your place. Because definitely the Tinubu boys, some of them are not even happy the way Nyesom Wike is outshining Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me tell you some of the problem of Nyesom Wike. You know that when Tinubu did 2 years in office, Nyesom Wike was behaving as if he is the utmost performer. Right? He's the one that is commissioning project on TV every day, as if saying that he's a big governance pass. The likes of Dele Alake, if you know Dele Alake has been with Tinubu since he was governor. Dele Alake did not commission or make a show out of it. The likes of Boyega Oyetola, Tinubu's family, former governor of Osun State, Boyega Oyetola did not make a show out of Tinubu's second time in office, buy media space, be commissioning project, here and there, be feeling like a superstar. Boyega Oyetola, Tinubu's family did not do that. Who can I use again? You know, a lot of them, Tinubu did not appoint some people that you easily remember their name. He just appoints, it's people, I don't know. There's a minister of agriculture, right? The minister of agriculture did not make a show out of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2nd year anniversary. The only minister that made a big show out of it is Nyesom Wike. Now, those ministers, Nyesom Wike make them look like an underperformer. And these ministers are the real Tinubu boys. They are the one that have the heart of the president. They are the one that Tinubu trusts. They are the one that knows Tinubu. You think, oh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is sick. Oh, he has an ailment. They know the sickness that is wrong with their oga. Oh, what will Bola Ahmed Tinubu do tomorrow? They know what Bola Ahmed Tinubu will do tomorrow. They have been with him for long. These people did not make a show out of the 2nd year anniversary. They didn't try to show that they are superstar. The only person that made a big show out of it is Nyesom Wike. And the Nyesom Wike is now making these Tinubu boys look like an underperformer. None of the Tinubu boys in the cabinet that made a show out of it. Atiku Bagudu, the minister for budget planning, is an Abacha boy. They say na he dey launder money for Abacha at that time, allegedly. He didn't make a show out of it. Who else? I'm trying to remember this Tinubu's minister. Wale Edun, the minister of finance. He didn't make a show out of it. It's only Nyesom Wike, who is not a Tinubu boy. In other words, they call you can't chop. You won't come do like say you know the house. Pass the people wey get the house. You where you be visitor. Person you come visit us for house. Now you come dey show say na here toilet dey, na here kitchen dey. Are you part of the house? Maybe you be visitor. We just call you say we are doing party. You come and celebrate with us. But you don't dey behave say na you get the house. So Nyesom Wike have had problem with these Tinubu boys. Already, there's a problem for him because he makes them look like an underperformer. Every day he's the one on TV. Every day. Another thing from some of the words on the street is that Nyesom Wike himself, he is seen as a liability to the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I hope Nyesom Wike can get to see this video. Maybe his brain will open. That's if he gets to listen anyway. Because when Tinubu will deal with him, you'll be sorry for Wike. Nyesom Wike is the one that will create problem. If people want to talk, oh, something is wrong, this, there's problem, it's Nyesom Wike. Somebody is fighting Dele Momodu. Oh, Dele Momodu and somebody is fighting. They said, oh, Dele Momodu, he doesn't know how to eat this and that. Who is the person fighting Egbo Dele? It's Nyesom Wike. Oh, there's a problem with the Oyo State governor, Seyi Makinde. They are making problem and trouble. Who is the person? It's Nyesom Wike. Oh, the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed. There is a problem. There is a media war. He has been abusing somebody. Somebody has been abusing him. Who is that person? It's Nyesom Wike. Political liability. Oh God. Hey, I wish Nyesom Wike has some very good political scientists to help his life. I can tell you that. I just wish so. Who is the person fighting this one? It's Nyesom Wike. Somebody get courage. You don't fire Atiku Abubakar, say, go home, Nigeria has rejected you. In 2077, who is that person that have that code? Waziri Adamawa, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, that Obasanjo allegedly knelt down to beg. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that merely stopped Obasanjo's second term. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that stepped down allegedly for MK Abiola in 1993. Where was Nyesom Wike then? Who is that person that have the mind, the courage to abuse Waziri Adamawa? Is Nyesom Wike? Wike again? Oh, somebody as good as Goodluck Jonathan is, as kind as he is, as modest as he is. They say somebody blast Oga. Who is that person that has that confidence? Is Nyesom Wike? Wike again? They say somebody don't blast Peter Odili for River State. They don't finish in Destiny. Who is that person? Is Nyesom Wike again? They say somebody don't abuse this retired Supreme Court Justice. Mary Odili, well-respected judge of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Somebody don't rubbish am. In fact, they don't rubbish that madam. They don't finish am. Who is that person? Nyesom Wike. This Wike again? So Nyesom Wike have done some things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself will dare not do. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not open his mouth and just start abusing Atiku, start abusing Goodluck Jonathan, start abusing Peter Odili. No, he will not do that. But Nyesom Wike have shown that he has the effrontery to do that. In other words, he has become a political liability. Political liability. Rather than win friends for the president, you have win enemies for the president. I don't think my comment section is working. Let me call the WhatsApp number again. Maybe you can call to dial in, and let's see what happens. I think maybe some of you would have been dropping comment or saying hi, but I think my comment section is just ceased, and I don't know. The last comment was when Abose Ojo said compliments. And the WhatsApp number, if you want to contribute, particularly if you are from Rivers State or from anywhere in Nigeria, is +55 1399 666 6361 +55 1399 666 6361. 6361 plus 55 13 99 666 6361. You can dial in via WhatsApp. Let's get to hear from you. What is your take as regards the suspension of state of emergency in Rivers State? Fubara is back. Wike is in charge of the political structure in the state. Plus 55 13 99 666 6361 plus 55 13 99 666 6361. You can dial in via WhatsApp. Let's hear from you. So Tinubu has been sympathetic to Wike for a reason. Somebody is calling me. Oh my goodness. Let me hear from this person. And hello, great to have you. Hello, are you there? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, good.
Mix up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are live.
Great
Please.
to have you. So
Yeah,
good
great.
evening.
Great to have you. Your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Ojo Abosede.
Oh, Madam Abosede Ojo, one of my regular viewers. I wish I have a bell. I could have ring bell for you. Great to have you, madam. You know,
Thank you.
unfortunately, we thank God. But unfortunately, my comment section is frozen. The last comment is yours where you said compliment. So I cannot be able to follow up with some of the comments of the people. But if somebody writes me a message while I'm still live, definitely I'll be glad to read it out to everybody. So I may not be able to get their reaction. I don't know what is wrong with YouTube. Sometimes it occurs like that. But great to have you, Madam Abosede Ojo. Let's hear from you.
Thank you. I put in some other, comments too after that. Hi, that was when I joined.
Right?
Yeah.
You've put in
Yes,
comment.
but you said it didn't see it.
Yeah, I did. I'm not seeing it here. The comment section is just frozen. I know people would have dropped a lot of comments.
For the enlightenment and for the unbiasedness and everything.
Yes,
God bless you, bless you, and continue to protect you, because we live in a time. Our times are hard. People don't want the truth. They don't want the truth there. Yeah. But whatever they do, keep saying the truth. To wherever. About what happened in Rivers, everybody knew that it is wrong for him. Even the legal luminaries, everybody were saying this is not supposed to be. But unfortunately, Tinubu is fast turning to a tyrant. He wants to control us. He doesn't even see us as a nation. He sees us as if he's controlling. In fact, the way Tinubu is trying to control the Nigeria now, I don't think he's even controlling his family like that. Because I don't think he's controlling me and the children like that. But I don't know, probably because they have fought Nadeco and some other things, and those are the reasons why people said, well, he has been in this thing a long time. He probably has the key and everything. That was why, I don't know, with still grab it and everything that favored him. Tinubu is taking us for a ride in that country. It's not supposed to be. He's setting bad precedent, like you said. That thing he did was terribly bad, and everybody talks is bad. This is somebody, nobody can say anything to him, nobody can advise him. Once he does something, he is an emperor. This is not what we want. This is 21st century. The world is watching. The world is watching. Nigeria, we are more than that. He can't do that to us. He can't do that to us, so it's bad. Everybody has condemned it. And then coming to Wike, like you said, Tinubu is using him, and I see that it's like there's a secret between them. There's a secret, something hidden. Wike is a rascal. He's a hooligan, serious rascal. He doesn't have shame. He doesn't have respect for no one. I don't know anybody that does this kind of a thing. How it's going to end, I don't know. There's nobody he hasn't said something bad to. He's the only nice person. In fact, we've never seen such a thing in the history of Nigeria. He's like even the vice president is not as popular. Even the first lady is not as popular as this Wike.
Strong point, madam. Strong point. Even the vice Shetima he never showed drama. He not even popular reach Wike. Very strong point. I give that to you. Very strong point. Very
My
strong
brother,
point.
that's my Baba, that gentleman is doing his own. He's not as popular as this guy. He's an unofficial president that we have, because I won't call him vice president. He's even, what he's doing is more than the president. Even the first lady is even more humble. When the first lady wants to talk to the nation or something, she goes anywhere. She's humble. This guy
No be lie. No be lie. I believe you.
I don't know if Tinubu is happy with him. In fact, even to deliver the 2027, Tinubu should do away with him. This is not a good bet. I don't know. Tinubu seems to, anybody that is bad, that is not good, he likes to, flow with them. Otherwise, what is Yaya Bello doing? Yaya Bello in Tinubu's government, and it's going on, and they're even all these things they are doing to all these shenanigans they are doing to what's her name? This lady, Natasha, is because they want Yaya Bello to take that constituency. They want to bring him back. These are people with bad record, with the stealing and everything. So, let me just cut it short because of others. I think there's a secret between Tinubu and this guy, because he's looking like untouchable for Tinubu. It's even too much for Tinubu. Tinubu is not saying anything when it comes to Wike. He's stealing land, he's grabbing land, giving 90-year-old man his father. After stealing, he's using his father's name to steal, because what does he want 90-year-old man to do with the land in Abuja? What? He's doing all of this, children at home, no school. I mean, he couldn't pay people, and they're saying he's still there. Tinubu is keeping quiet. He's not saying anything. He's even organizing a press conference. Excuse me, it was only Obasanjo that did it very well. That time, every month when he was the president, he did something. That time we call it meet the president. We used to be happy. We want to hear what he's going to say. You go to the TV once in a month. He does that. I don't know if you remember, sir. Meet the president. Obasanjo did it
during Obasanjo's time.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I meet the president and they asked him about the affairs of the country, this is that. And Baba was there to explain. He was the only one that did it during his time. This one is so power drunk. He will organize and they will come and he's not even bothered about his health. He's supposed to attend to his health. His health is most important, because come to think of it, Nigeria will continue. We don't even know whether anybody is lost or something. He's gone. Let him not just kill himself for nothing, for Nigeria's sake.
So
we don't appreciate what he's doing, because he's not doing the right thing.
Now that Fubara is back, man, what do you think would happen? Because they seem to have, tamed that guy, bullied him, suppressed him. Fubara is one of the, most weak and most useless governor in Nigeria at the moment now. Governor without power, governor without substance,
yes,
governor without level,
yes,
governor that cannot spend, that cannot appoint, that cannot award contract, that cannot do anything. So what do you think will happen to Rivers State and all this Fubara of a thing?
Yoruba kuku used to say, I don't know how to say it. I kuku joye. Also, janum yo kalulo. So I mean, it's even better for you not to. Yes, sir.
I know occupy position. It better pass say I occupy and then I know fee I they useless, something like that. I just try to.
Yes, I can't. I don't have mouth, so I can't do anything. So what Wike is greedy. Wike is selfish. Wike is everything bad. He symbolizes everything bad. Wike is trying to be. Already, you are the minister of Abuja or Federal Republic or whatever. Now you are trying to be a governor again after you have spent your 8 years. After you have spent your 8 years, when you give somebody, you have a goat, you hand it over to somebody. Oh, this is a goat I've brought for you. The goat and the rope and everything, you leave it. You give it to that person. You relinquish. This guy, you said you are the one that helped him, is your boy or whatever, and still you still have your eyes in Rivers. You still want to be governor. In a way now, indirectly, Wike is the governor. I see Wike as the governor of Rivers. So where are we going? And Tinubu is keeping quiet because he wants river. He wants rivers. He might not get rivers. People of rivers are quiet. They know what they're doing. He might not get rivers, and this is not going to be business as usual. Come 2027, if people like us can be contributing, saying something, it's not going to be business as usual. Tinubu, Mr. Tinubu should get prepared. We are not fools. All Nigerians have been driven all over the world. Jackpot or no jackpot, people want to come home. There's no place like home. I mean, he's ruling the way he's ruling, and we are seeing other countries the way they are doing. He's taking not too much for granted.
Sorry, I want to use this opportunity to ask you a question about the Tinubu government, what you've been hearing from your people back home, because when the Tinubu boys will speak, they will say, Tinubu is trying, Tinubu is this, Tinubu is that. I will hear from you. What are your people saying back home? But before you answer that, what do you think about the Nigerian judiciary and how this thing will affect 2027? Because the judiciary, there is a case in court, and the judiciary is just to interpret. You don't need any much evidence. You don't need anything. Just interpret wetin Tinubu do. Is they right or wrong to have suspended Fubara? And no, is it right or just for the judiciary, the Supreme Court, to interpret? So if the Supreme Court fail to hear that particular case and give judgment for 6 months, and this is the same Supreme Court that will sit on the 2027 election. Don't forget that the election is still going to them. What is your reaction to the general conduct of the Supreme Court as regards the River State of Emergency, ma'am?
Dr. Deji, you have said it earlier when you were talking that Tinubu doesn't want somebody that will be above him. He doesn't want somebody that he will raise or something that will come and be above him. He's an oppressor. He has oppressed even the judiciary. And they are the ones that will pay them. He has oppressed them. That's why the judiciary, I don't know, they have a choice. They have a choice. They can decide to do what they are supposed to do. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. But as it is now, they are the ones that will adjudicate all these electoral something. I see it the way I see it. To me, 2027 is a done deal as far as Tinubu is concerned.
My God, my people, are you hearing that to 2027 is a done deal? That it don't happen.
Yes, with the judiciary that we have, 2027 is a done deal.
Based on the conduct of the
what will happen in
yes,
sir? What will happen in 2027 is what we are seeing now. Is what we have seen in Rivers. It's what we have seen with Akpoti and Akpabio.
Oh God, my God.
The National Assembly that we have. Everybody is pledging allegiance to him on your mandate to stand. Even other parties in the House. When Trump was reading, was saying reading state of the out of something, another party is, you see, you could go and check it. The Democrats, all of them in the House, they sat down. Nobody was clapping hand. Nobody was saying anything. As soon as he says his own, somebody has to come and counter it and tell him that you didn't do this, you didn't say this. There has to be. That is the beauty of politics. There has to be, somebody has to contest with you. If you are good enough, if you are very, very good enough and you are sure of yourself, you don't have to suppress oppositors. You don't have to suppress this is a free world. Let everybody play their game. And let's see who comes out. If truly you love Nigeria, why are you suppressing people? Why are they playing allegiance to him? To me, sir, 2027 is a done deal. They finished that election already. If the court now is now telling, the court now cannot adjudicate again. When the court decides something, you have to be interpreting it.
Yes, Auntie, you are very right, ma. You are very right, ma. God bless you, ma. I've never seen that. Do you know that there is a pattern now in Nigeria? There is a pattern now in Nigeria that you will go to court to report a case. The court will sit on the case. They will give judgment. After the judgment, both the winner of the judgment and the loser will still be fighting. You won't even know what the judiciary has said. Look at the case of Osun local government election. Look at this case of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. After the judiciary has given the judgment, will neither be here nor there will be lacuna. Look at the case of Labour Party, Julius Abure and Nenadi Usman, that lady, the Obi faction and the and the Abure faction. That's why the fact that the Supreme Court has spoken, they are still fighting. There's still no clear something. You are very right in that. You are very right.
There's no clear judgment. That's what that's what we are going to be seeing. There's no clear judgment. There's not going to be clear judgment. And I think it's a shame. It's a shame on us as a nation. Somebody should rise up. Some group should rise up against this guy. He's leading us to destruction. Because it will get to some point, people will not take it no more. 2027, we don't have any. That's why he's so relaxed. You see him go to UK. He's even doing working vacation. The vice president is there. You can't hand over. You are doing working vacation. Going to the country is boiling. People are hungry. He's not bothered. He's not bothered. Because he knows 2027 for him, as far as he's concerned, is a done deal. So how we are going to get out of this mess, is what I don't know. And we say we don't want anarchy. We don't want anarchy. How do we get out of this? Because this guy is pushing us to a point that people are saying things are better. We can't see anything better. You ask me of what I'm hearing from home. What I'm hearing from home is not good. He's even telling on us here, because it's not easy when you are brought to work and start sending money home.
If you there, bro, when people won't tear you to pieces, help me. My child has not paid school fees. Today don't carry the roof of the house go. We have not eaten since 1 week. Jesus Christ.
They are not lying, doctor. When I see people picture, I don't want to see pictures again. People are dry. They are so lean, like they are not eating. Life is not good for them. And when you call, every time people are sad, we have not had light in the last 3 days. We have only had light in the last. What is the thing about light that they can't fix for Nigeria? And Tinubu campaigned that if I don't give you light, don't vote me again. Don't vote me for the second. He said it for the second time. The light is not there. He's going for second time. And I knew we're not going to have lights, because now he said 10 billion for light for solar for Villa. So that tells everybody, you to go and do your solar. There's not going to be light. So how are investors? Why are they going to come to the country? Who is coming to do business with a country that there's no power? Who is coming to do business with the country that there's no rule of law? Rule of law. That rule of law is a bit, our judges are now, when they give judgment, people, other lawyers, they will start interpreting. It's so bad, though. It's so bad. Yes,
but then, madam, before I allow you go, people usually think that Yoruba people, for people of other tribe, I'm a Yoruba man, Patana, Matana, I'm a political scientist. I speak, not minding who sucks is God. I won't say because Tinubu is the Yoruba man. You are a Yoruba woman from your name, Abosede Ojo. So, but when I read some comment online, they accuse Yoruba of tribalism. So, in this case, why are you not tribal? Because ordinarily, one would expect that you would speak, in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Awalokan and all that, and everything. So, why are you speaking the other way around and all that? What drives your conviction beyond ethnicity? I think that's the way to phrase it. What drives your conviction beyond ethnicity?
Hello?
Ma, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, did you hear what I asked?
Yeah, you're asking me a question about why am I not...
Why are you not tribal? Why are you detribalized? Because most people usually say, Yoruba, they suffer from tribalism, and all that, that they support Tinubu, that they want encouraging him. But I'm a Yoruba man.
No. I don't believe.
So,
I don't believe in tribal. Yeah.
What drives your conviction?
I don't believe in tribalism. Yeah, I am Yoruba too. Because I'm Yoruba and Tinubu is doing something bad, doesn't mean I have to support him. The country does not belong to a particular people. It belongs to all of us. I am Yoruba. I grew up in the north. I grew up in the north. I schooled in the north. I'm fluent in Hausa, even more than Yoruba, and I know for sure that a lot binds us together. When people are saying they are looking for Biafra, they are looking for Oduduwa, I tell people, I say, look, I said there's a lot that binds us together. That it will be better for us to stay as a nation. A lot of people I talk to, when Tinubu was campaigning, I said, well, I don't believe in this man. They say,
exactly that nonsense. Is there a different market for Yoruba people now? Is there a different market for Yoruba people?
I said, when you see you, what is it like? You look for him, you good base, like I said, I don't trust him. And look at what it has done to. I don't mind. It could be Atiku, it could be Erufai, it could be Mr.
I don't even want to know who it is. So long as my people in Nigeria can tell me that, oh, Deji, we have electricity. So long people can send me video that, oh, Deji, when we went to market today, almost see what we bought for 1,000 naira. We're able to buy fish, buy tomato, buy cocoyam, buy gari. For just 1,000 that Deji forget to if you did that, so I better they come home. If you see the road now, see the network, it just be like abroad. Just like say, I don't care who is the president. I don't want to know who is the president. I don't even want to know the name. I don't want to know how to pronounce the name. What I want is there security? Can you drive from Lagos to Abuja and feel secure with your big car, just ride fine and all that? I think that's what matters to me. I don't care who the president is or who.
Exactly.
That's not
exactly.
But
your
final word, madam. There's somebody that has been on my neck on the call section. I will call. I will come to you in a moment. Let me give Madam Abose Dojo. You know that even in heaven, God has His favorite people. So Madam Abose Dojo is one of my favorite viewers. So sorry if I feel a bit biased. Heaven say I know my people know me. I know my regular and favorite viewers. So that's why sometimes if I know you and I see that what you are saying makes some sense, I tend to give you time. If you are my regular viewers, you understand. So pardon me if you are watching me for giving a little bit of time. That's the only way I can give back. Madam Abosedu is richer than me, so I can't give her money. So your final word, madam. Your final word, so that I can attend to the person.
Yes, sir. My final word. Yes, sir. Yeah, we have said a lot, but my final word is we need to the electoral reform. They have to do it, and then the judiciary. What do we? Me too. I'm going to put the question back to you. Okay. What do we do about the judiciary of a thing? We need a country that is working. We don't have judiciary no more.
I will.
So because if we are the way we are going now, my final word is we are all just making noise. 2027 is a done deal for Tinubu. If with the look of things now, I don't know who is going to help us. My only prayer is that let it not lead to anarchy because
Tinubu is bringing a. According to Buba Galadima, and say Buba Galadima, he work like evil spirit. He get information for hand. Buba Galadima, that Buhari friend, that fought with Buhari before. That Buba Galadima said Tinubu is planning in November to bring a compromised retired appeal court judge as the chairman of INEC.
That's what you heard.
And he said it on Nara. And Buba Galadima, if you have been following politics, that old man, you can Google his name, Buba Galadima. Anything that man says, not true where I'm because like I said, they work like evil spirit. They know things.
Yes.
So he said that Tinubu, that there's word all over the place among the political circle that is bringing a compromised retired appeal court judge. That judge retired not too long ago. An appeal court judge. That's the person Tinubu want to make an chairman. And if he's not careful, that can lead to a civil war or a revolution, because the person may end up being outrightly rejected by Nigerians. And you know, Tinubu now, of course, is not a fool. If he wants to appoint, the tax for that person is, don't worry about judiciary, shall declare me 2027. It doesn't anyhow. So the man is already on the seat, and trust me, that 2027, may God help Nigeria.
Let the whole
may
world,
the best man win.
yeah, let the whole world go against Tinubu in appointing that guy. He will still do what he wants to do.
Of course,
he will still do what he wants to do.
he has an Akpabio. He doesn't need Nigerians to appoint an INEC chairman. What he needs is the Senate. And the Senate, and an Akpabio-led Senate will automatically approve what Tinubu is requesting. So it's a done deal. You understand, ma? It's